Hi, Tracy here, and I have a scrapbook layout in process called First Waterfall. It's actually First Waterfall of Yellowstone is my full title. And this is a cannot remember if it's a Studio Calico or if it's a Scraptastic kit. I think it's Studio Calico, and I believe that it is the, let's see, July kit, I think. Don't quote me on that though. So it has this map paper, which is perfect because this was a trip, we traveled. And then I love that cloud paper, and where it says "What a lovely day" on one of the clouds there, and I love that. And then I'm just using the white background that came cardstock. Actually, no, this did not come in the kit. Well, white cardstock, I don't know if it came in the kit or not now I think about it, but I have a bunch of Studio Calico because I purchased a whole bunch of white cardstock from them, so I'm using one of those. And then that little stencil came in the kit as well. That's right, this is a Studio Calico kit for sure. So that little cloud stencil came in the kit, which I love it. That was so awesome, my favorite part of this kit. And since I'm using that paper that has the clouds with What a Lovely Day, it really went. So I'm going to use this blue ink. Do I use that? I think I do. I use the Hero Arts. Yeah, that's a Hero Arts ink. Do not recall the actual color. But I'm just kind of moving the stencil around because I don't want it to be like, rectangular grouping of clouds. And then I'm going to do it down below on the left hand corner as well. Really, really love that stencil. It's so cute. And now I'm going over it a little with this kind of teal cat's eye stamp or ink, because I'm using that teal cardstock, and that did come in the kit, the teal cardstock. That's sort of matting all my papers, and so I needed to tone down that blue. It was just a little bit too blue, and that teal cat's eye ink was perfect. And then now I'm going to spray. And I think I go off and spray, yeah. A little bit of pink. I used a Mr. Huey's ink. And then now I'm going to just splatter some white paint over. Even though I'm on white paper, I wanted to splatter over what I had done there with the clouds and the ink. Oh yeah, and then I did some splatters of that Mr. Huey's. I'm pretty sure that's Boss Lady, the ink that I use there. So now I feel good gluing that down using my ATG. And then this picture is actually a picture of me with my daughter, and we are in front of this waterfall. We went took this little hike down to this waterfall. She's a little nervous. I'm afraid of heights. She's really afraid of heights, so she was always a little bit nervous on these. And it's so funny because she is just this brave monster girl out on the soccer field. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I think on the other side of the field, the parents are like, that number 16 is awful. She's just a mean girl. But really, my daughter's not a mean girl. She's a sweetheart. But on the soccer field, man, is she a rough and tough girl. So, and then we go, somewhere where we're up high, and she just can't handle it. So it's just so funny to me that that same girl that gets out there and I mean, she'll commit some serious fouls out on the soccer field, but put her up on a high ledge and she's like crumbling in fear. So how is that? I do not know. But anyway, so she was a little nervous here, but she's my cuddle girl, even though she just turned 11 and she's still totally a mama's girl, which I love. So she was snuggling with me up high here in front of this waterfall. So I like this picture. These little stamp stickers, those came in the kit too, and they were perfect with the little clouds and the hearts. So, and then the little cabochons I had, those are all from my stash. So I'm going to add these little flower cabochons and the hearts. And of course I got to fiddle around and figure out exactly just so what do I want. And then I know that I wanted to use a badge for whatever reason. I don't know. Who knows what the heck gets in my brain that I decide. But I had known that I really wanted to use a badge, so I went digging and pulled out that badge. And I'm going to end up putting that up with What a Lovely Day, which is perfect with a little heart that's almost like a period to the sentence. And then I'm going to use these pink letters and those green letters for the title. I'm going to matte this picture because it was just feeling a little bit lost on that map paper. So I thought I was going to use this pink paper, but I don't end up using it. I think I flip it over and use the back side. Yeah. So I used two papers so I'm using more of the teal cardstock and the pattern paper together to matte this picture. That teal cardstock is not textured. So I just almost never use a solid cardstock that is not textured for a background anymore. I just really do not like that. I like it to have texture. So I'm feeling good. I'm going to glue that down. Even though I did that with the ink and the mask and all that, and even sprayed some ink, this layout is very simple. You know what it is? It's very simple and with embellishments. I end up allowing the mask ink, the clouds, be the main focus as far as embellishment goes. I'm using that little Tim Holtz pad of words. That's where I found of. So it's first waterfall of Yellowstone. And I didn't have enough O's in those letters, so I just cut, I think I used a Q to create, and I cut it off to create an O. And it doesn't look great, but it's amazing. It really doesn't matter. I mean, I'm fine that I really care about detail on layouts, but your eye doesn't go to it at all. So for me, that's the kicker. If it is something that is a flaw enough that my eye goes to it annoyingly, then I won't do it. But if it is unnoticeable and doesn't grab your eye, I use it. There's my cat. That's Dutch. He decided to join me, and I finally had to kick him out. He's a good cat, though. His name's Dutch. So these, again, the cabochons came from my stash, and I used the hot glue gun to glue them down. And there, that's when I realized, oh, that is so where that badge needs to go. And I start to fiddle around thinking, I want more embellishment, but then I realize, no, actually I don't. And this is what I end up going with. So there's some close-ups. And I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for watching. And click like if you like. And I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.